Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning this morning. It's a beautiful day today. I just want to talk to us about, today's topic, which is going to be quite interesting. And I want you to listen and tune in and let's get this done. It's going to be very interesting, trust me. Okay, right. So today's topic is basically on the 10 biggest mistakes business owners make, by not protecting their assets, right? So the question now is, are you, one lawsuit away from losing everything? I mean, everything that you have, right? So if you know that you haven't done the right job, you don't have the right protection, you want to tune in and listen to me, right? So, right quick, I want to ask you a question. Did you know that 43% of small business, owners face lawsuits of different kinds every year, and about 60% of them never recover? Right? If you're a business owner listening to me today, right, I just want to urge you to get a pen and a paper, write down these things I'm about to tell you. And if you see value in what I'm going to say, you want to click the link in this video if you're watching from YouTube, if you're watching from Facebook, right? So the link is going to be in the bio. If you're watching from Instagram, you want to DM me as well to get that information, right? So, right quick, right? The question now is, are you aware that, unexpected plans, unexpected event as a business owner, lawsuits, can potentially make you lose everything that you ever worked hard to build, right? Financial losses or tax issues. These are things that can potentially put you, right, in a very tight corner that, it's like a chokehold on your, financial, strength and put you out of business. Are you aware of that? Okay, so now the question now is, right, what are you constantly doing? What are you currently doing to protect your asset and to secure your financial future? So this video is going to be talking to us about why financial protection on our assets is very key, right? It's going to talk more about the biggest mistakes business owners make and then how you can safeguard your wealth starting today. Guess what? It's already late, right? But nah, it's not late, right? The best time to do this was yesterday. The second best time to do it is today. Now, stick around to the end because I have a special bonus for you, right? Free strategy, session that would ensure that your business is protected. So let's dive in right away, right? Guess what? The 10 biggest mistakes that people don't even talk about or people don't look at as an entrepreneur, you want to look through this, right? Right? On your mind every time you send out a business or you sit with your friends and family. By the way, my name is Helen Orejobi. I'm a licensed financial professional. I do this every day, every hour. I love to help people. I love to help businesses, get on the right path and to minimize, the mistakes that you have. Guess what? To maximize profit is all I'm after, right? So mistake number one, not separating your personal and business finances. I see people do this a lot, right? A lot of people do this a lot, but they set up businesses and they don't have, like different accounts to, you know, ensure that their business is going to stay on the books for long. Now, I'll tell you a story about my friend John, right? He's a restaurant owner. He uses his personal account, right, for business transactions, right? You're not supposed to have the same account for personal and for business transactions, right? You're supposed to have a depository account. You're supposed to have an operations account. Why? Because all the funds that you get from your business goes directly into your depository account, and all the funds, right, that you use for your business expense every day, you're going to take out from your depository account and, put in your operations account. And that is the account you are supposed to use to run your business, right? So guess what? You need to get an entity or a corporation or something, some form of structure to be able to do all this rightly. Now, to get this set up, you can set up an LLC if you wish, if you're not really a business, right? You could set up an LLC, or you could go all the way and set up a corporation. And what a corporation is going to do to you is going to create the legal shield, between your personal and financial assets, right? Now, number two, guess what? No business insurance, or they're kind of like underinsured. Some people just, they don't care. They're like, okay, I don't look for trouble. I don't think anything's gonna happen. We're just starting small, but you never can tell. What if you become a big deal, right? And you started with a little faith, you didn't believe in yourself, right? I know you started with a little faith and you set up this business thinking it's not going to blossom, way beyond what you're currently seeing. Now, guess what? I can help you set up something structural that can ensure that your business, doesn't have any form of, you know, facing any kind of heat in the future, right? I'll tell you a story about one of my friends or business partners. Her name is Lisa. Now, Lisa, she had an online boutique, right? And then she suffered losses when her inventory was stolen. Mhm. Some of you are saying, oh, I don't think anything's going to happen. But guess what? You had a storage where you keep your inventory. Now, what happens if your inventory was stolen, right? In the case of Lisa, she had no any form of insurance, nothing whatsoever. So she had to cover everything out of pocket. In this dispensation with the economic situation that we're facing, do you think you would have liquid cash to go back and stock up without trying to resort to loans and all kinds of grants and all that, right? And we know what that looks like. So guess what? You sit with me, I'm going to help you set up something that helps you protect the liability against theft and all of this, right? And then guess what? Your business is not going to stop and, due to any, sudden loss, right? Or potential risk on your business. Another thing, yeah, another thing, the number three thing that people don't really look out for is they're ignoring life and, disability, or let me say key person insurance, right? Most of you have heard that word. If this is new to you, hey, guess what? I can hook you up one, right? I can show you more, that I can tell you, right? So ignoring to have a key person insurance on your business, if you are the main force in your business, you need to have some form of insurance. Why? Because you, the key person, the business is dependent on you to try, right? In a way, I would say that is not a good thing, because if you want your business to, continue without you, human effort, you need to have some form of workflow and all that. But let's just say, right, you're the key person right here. You're the main boss. You're the main person, right? Or you have a business, and then you have one or two people that are very strategic in your business. All you have to do is set up a key person insurance, right? Like a tech startup company that I helped start up, right? And then what we simply did was we actually, help put just basic insurance on key people that were tech, that were the main brain force of this tech startup. And that business survived, right? But I'll tell you a story about one of my friends that had a business, right? Actually, it's a pastor, right? Having a church without a key person insurance could be devastating for your organization. Remember, that's what, because if you have pastors and all the people that are vital in decision making, or they have to preach and all this stuff, could be any field whatsoever, right? In this case, the senior pastor died and the assistant pastor died due to a car crash. Now, you could picture what this would look like to the family, right, of this pastors, and to the congregation as well. Because guess what? In America, you still got to pay bills. You don't need to depend on the offerings and the tithe that the members give out. Well, I'm not going to give out all away. You want to book that session and let's get you set up real good, right? Now, the fourth mistakes that I see people do a lot, right, is failing to use legal business structure. I just said this already. I don't care if you're into freelancing or whatever the case may be. If you are supposed to do anything that you're going to accept payment from people, right? It could be online or whatever. You want to have a business structure to separate yourself from the business, right? Now, to do that, you could set up an LLC. Take that back. You could set up, it's a tongue twister, right? You could actually set up an LLC. It looks easy, but guess what? You need a professional to put one for you. And also, you could actually, do any other kind of business formation structure that you deem fit for your industry or for your type of business, right? Number five is, right, a lot of people actually neglect this one, right? Right? A lot of people go into business without having like a big picture. Like, they don't have this big picture of, okay, what happens after, or if I'm not interested anymore, if I fall sick or if I die, and I'm in partnership with my friends, with a simple buy and sell agreement, you can avoid that. So not having a buy and sell agreement is very, very detrimental to any business owner if you're in partnership. So if you have a co-owner, it could be your spouse, it could be your friends, it could be your colleagues, it could be brothers and sisters, whatever you want to do, you need to have an agreement. Hey, we set up this business right now, but what is that, structure? What is the agreement that we have in case you die, and all of that stuff, right? So you could set up a buy and sell agreement, and I specialize in that as well. Now, number six, right? Number six thing that people do, right? Number six mistake that business owners do, they live in intellectual properties unprotected. This is key. This is a key factor in your business. You leave an intellectual property unprotected. Guess what? Somebody can go use that name and then you're going to be like, I got it first, but hey, when you go and check in the books, you didn't do anything to protect that intellectual knowledge that you have. It could be an idea, it could be a business, it could be whatever, business name, your logo, whatever, right? So if you have any form of intellectual property, this is something you have thought about, it's an idea, you've cooked this, a baby you had, you bet this baby, but yet you left the baby exposed, right? So you want to make sure that you have some form of trademark, copyright, or patents to protect the brand and the ideas that you got, right? I'll tell you a story. Back in Africa, all right, myself and my ex, we went ahead and did something very crucial. It was something that was going to help a lot of youth, right? But because we didn't put a patent on it, guess what? Somebody higher up in the government, actually, we submitted a proposal with this idea, right? And then somebody in there took out the front page and then they created something else. And we heard across the nation, it was broadcast. It was like, oh, they said something about some youth are coming to do stuff. We're excited, right? So that baby that we had, turned out to be the UN that is currently ongoing in Nigeria. I don't know if it's going, I've been out of that space for a long time. But from my personal experience telling you this, you want to protect an intellectual property that you had. Right. In our case, we couldn't do anything because it was from the government that it took it, right? So there was no proof. Yeah, there was a little proof here and there that we went out, did a lot of campaign and all that. But if we had gone ahead to put, a copyright or patent or trademark or whatever, on that idea, we would have gotten paid because a lot of entrepreneurs got paid millions. We were so angry, but we couldn't do anything. Our hands were tied. You don't want to ever find yourself in such a situation, right? Now, I'll tell you another mistake that I see people constantly doing, especially people that have bright and brilliant ideas, people that are super, super intelligent, people that have something to offer, people that have thriving businesses, right? So they tend to overlook estate planning and business succession. You can tell me you sowed a seed today and with the expectation that this seed will not blossom. Is that what you did when you started that business? No, I don't think so. Right? You started that business with the idea that one day this business, this seed that I'm putting in the ground is going to blossom, it's going to come to a tree, and then it's going to have branches, right? And then there'll be fruits thereof, right? That was what you thought about. But have you thought about the fact that if you don't water this seed and then you don't protect it at infancy to make sure that it blossoms, and then other people, your children, your grandkids, whoever will inherit this business from you will have it. But in a situation like you in America, you need to understand simple logic and facts, right? You need to set the right, structures in place. With a simple estate plan, all of this would have been done, right? I specialize in making sure that your business, like I said, goes on from generation to generation. We are all about generational wealth. That's all we're all about, right? So with you, sitting with me and we creating a simple plan, succession plan, or a trust, right? We create a succession plan and we bury that plan in trust. Now, a trust, even after you, the person that put the seed or started a business, right? You're long gone, right? A living trust, it still lives on, right? You're gone, but that trust still carries all your words. It still carries all your wishes. It still in effect and is doing what you would have been doing if you were to be alive, right? So companies like the Walmart and all the big brands that the owners have long gone, why do you think those companies are still standing today? You want to do the right thing. It doesn't matter if your business is small or not. Think about tomorrow. Think about tomorrow. Now, number 8, not protecting your business cash flow. It's a big, big deal, right? If you're not protecting your business cash flow, this is a big issue. This is a big problem, right? Right. Guess what? A lot of people go into different kinds of businesses. I see this a lot. Now, I'll give you an instance with a trucking company, they face lawsuits, and without cash reserves, it went bankrupt because guess what? Because guess what? You still have to pay for the truck, right? Most people do the truck thing and they making the money and they spending the money as it goes because you need a lot of money to fuel the truck, to repair the truck, transportation, if you have a driver, all that stuff, right? So what I'm saying to us today is whatever it is that you're doing, you want to make sure that you have the right plan in place to ensure that your business, has liquid cash. I know I'm big on investment, but guess what? As a licensed financial professional, I will still tell you being liquid is good, right? Now, keep an emergency fund and tax advantage financial tools or vehicles that I can recommend you. Like one of them is the Index Universal Life, which I'm a specialty for, will give you that liquidity that you need, right? So you want to meet someone that knows how to design the right plan for you. Some people tell you, oh, I sell this thing, but they give you something that will choke you, right? Because they don't understand the tax implications and how to design this plan. Most agents out there are just out for their pockets. They care more about how they can design it in a way they can have commissions. But I'll tell you for a fact, meet someone like me or anyone in my agency, right? I'm an agency owner. You meet any one of my teammates, guess what? These fellas are trained and they're qualified to help you structure the right plan to get you set up on the right notes, right? So number 9, real quick, right? I'm have one more to go after this, right? Number 9 is relying too much on one stream of income. I know they say, hey, if you are doing everything, right? You say jack of all trades is master of none, right? That's not what I'm saying, right? It's always good to be a specialty in one field, and then guess what? You'll be a master in that field. But hey, to be frank, how many of us are really thriving in one thing, right? You could have a business on the side that is making money for you while you're sleeping, is giving you money. We're in the online space. I work in a fintech financial space right now. Now, guess what? What is the industry that produces the highest number of millionaires? The financial services business does that, right? If you want to know how to have multiple streams of income, you want to hit the, you know, link in the bio, and let me show you how you can do that. I can recommend multiple ways you can go in and make money as a passive partner, right? And you're making money and you're smiling every day. People will be wondering, like, what's going on? Guess what? You tell them I'm financially free, right? Because I have all the checkpoints put in place. Now, this brings me to the last one, which is this one is actually big, right? This is most people tend to neglect tax efficiency and asset reallocation. Hmm. Very key, right? How are you going to mitigate you paying so much in taxation? What bucket are you using? What vehicles, what financial tools are you using today to reduce your taxation and to get the right plan in place? Those are the questions I want you to think of, and then you hit me up and I'll show you, in means of education, what you should use, right? So a lot of people don't understand that you can reallocate your funds in a different bucket, and then you have the best tax-free life possible, right? And then guess what? I'll tell you a story about one of my friends. He is over 6 figures, rather. 6 figures. And in a business that she started in a little over 3 years, right? Guess what? She kept all her profit in a high tax savings account instead of tax efficient vehicle, right? So people put money in a high, they tell you, oh, give you maybe a high interest rate account, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? You're still taxing those buckets, right? Instead of using the tax-free buckets and tax-free vehicles that are recommended, if you're talking to someone that is not licensed, they're not going to tell you that there's some tax code in the law that can help you avoid high taxation. Even your CPA don't know all the tax codes, right? So you need to speak to someone that is licensed in this space, and I'm licensed to help you do this, right? So now, wrap it all up. Now, I just want you to know that it's never too late, right? Now you know the biggest, mistake business owners constantly making, right? These mistakes that they're making, right? They don't, protect their assets. What else, right? Oh no, right? If you're not protecting yourself, I don't know. But guess what? Don't waste time, please. It's too late. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. It's too late for you to sit back and tell yourself, okay, I'll wait tomorrow. Tomorrow will be too late. But right now is never, never too late. One lawsuit, right? Tax issues or financial setbacks. I say that again. One lawsuit, tax issues, or financial setback could cost you everything you've worked for, right? So don't play, right? But guess what? If you work with a financial professional like myself, right, we can help you set up something very solid, right, to safeguard your business and grow your wealth and secure your legacy, because that's what it's all about, right? Now, let's review your financial structure and create a bulletproof asset protection plan for you. So you can book an appointment with me. It's free consultation. The links are in the bio. If you're looking right now, if you're watching today, rather, on what's it called? On YouTube, please click the link in the bio, right? On YouTube, the links are in the description of the video. If you're watching um, from Instagram and Facebook, click the link in the bio, DM me, and we will get you set up on the right note, right? I just wish you all a wonderful day. I wish you the very best. Don't forget, your financial freedom, your financial future is dependent on what you do today. So sow the right seed, speak to the right people, and get the best, the best, the best result ever, right? I see you at the top. Remember, God loves you.